Hey y'all. A little noisy out here today. I'm gonna practice some, but rather than try to record something, I thought I might talk a little bit about some of the things that come up every now and then in Discord. The alarm went off on the electrical shed. Nice. All right. It's a lot quieter. Maybe I'll start it. I thought in addition to doing some practice out here at lunch, I might talk a little bit about some of the just basic fretboard concepts we've been talking about in Discord some. Using open G is a good starting point. Everybody kind of gets their feet wet with open G to begin with. Double C as well, but open G tends to be the start of things. But finding your way around the fingerboard, I think it has value in just your understanding of the instrument and allowing you to kind of spice things up every now and then with, playing in different areas of the fingerboard rather than just sticking to the first, 5 frets. Nothing wrong with sticking to the first 5 frets, but I think just generally having an understanding of where things are up and down the fingerboard just helps you out and sort of broadens your understanding of the music anyways. So with that, let's kind of start with a basic concept. So I think for this first video that I'm going to talk about just the major scale and what it is. We think about in open G we're playing in the G major scale, and if you want to play an A or some other key, you generally capo to those spots, so that everybody's familiar with capoing to A. That's capoing at the 2nd fret, and that's because your G string is your 3rd string is kind of the root of this tuning, and the next whole step up is A, which is on the 2nd fret, right? So most of you are familiar with that, G and A. So when we talk about the major scale in G, we think, if you've learned the letters, they're G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. And that's, if you go up the 3rd string to do that, it's G. The 2nd fret is A. The 4th fret is B, because it's another whole step. The 5th fret is C, because C is a half step up from B. The 7th fret is D. The 9th fret is E. The 11th fret is F sharp. And then the 12th fret is G. Back to G, that's the octave. 12th fret is your octave. So you've got the whole range from 0 to 12. From the open position to the 2nd fret is that first step. That's a whole step. G to A is a whole step. That's 2 frets. You move up another 2 frets to B at the 4th fret. You move up 1 step to the 5th fret for C. You move up another whole step, that's 2 frets, to D. You move up another whole step, that's 2 frets, to E. You move up another 2 frets, that's a whole step, to F sharp. And then it's a half step to the 12th fret for G. So the major scale is actually open, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. There's a pattern there. It's 2 whole steps and a half step, and then 3 whole steps and a half step. That's the major scale. And I can illustrate this by, if we start with our D on either the 1st or the 4th string. If we go D, up 2 frets, a whole step. I'm not even going to call out the letter. Another whole step, 2 frets to the 4th fret. A half step to the 5th fret. Another whole step, 2 frets to the 7th fret. Another whole step to the 9th fret. Another whole step to the 11th fret. And then a half step to the octave at the 12th fret. we've just played the major scale in D by starting with the D string, and we've played the major scale in G by starting with the third string. The major scale isn't the note names. It's actually referring to the intervals between the notes. It's the same relationship no matter where you start from. We could do it on the B string. Whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. 2 whole steps, a half step, 3 whole steps, a half step. And that takes you back to the octave. That's the major scale. It's not G, A, B, C, D, E, F, sharp, G. I mean, it is in G, but for D, it's D, E, F sharp. I don't even have it in my head because I think of the major scale as numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or back to 1. And no matter what string you do that on, if you're starting, no matter what position you're starting from, if you follow that pattern, that's the major scale. So let me touch on one more thing before I kind of wrap this video up. Since we're kind of orienting ourselves to think about it in numbers, and I'm not saying don't learn the note names. That's absolutely fine. Don't learn the names of the notes that are at these positions. It's perfectly fine to learn that, and it's a good thing to learn that. But in terms of just wrapping your head around what the major scale is, making it seem a little bit simpler when you're trying to move to different keys and things like that. The numbers, using numbers in the Nashville numbering system is kind of keyed around this, is a very powerful tool for simplifying that concept. Highly recommend orienting yourself to thinking about it that way. Anyways, I hope that wasn't too much in one shot. I'll probably edit this for some conciseness, but I recognize I probably got up around 10-15 minutes or so. But yeah, I'm happy to answer any questions about this. Feel free to post them. Point out, if I can present this in a little bit more effective way. I'm kind of doing this off the top of my head here. Let me know. I'm happy to. It's been something I've been meaning to do for a while, and I find myself with some time out here at lunch to do it, and I figured I'd give it a shot. So, cheers.